My name is Honey LeBronx, and I am the 2011 Veggie Prom Queen. Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure. It's an honor. I'm sorry, I thought this was going to be a Barbara Walters style interview sort of thing. Well, all right. Well, hello everybody. My name is Honey LeBronx. I am known by some as the vegan Harriet Tubman. I have been vegan today for 1 year, 6 months, and 4 days.
Woo!
But, you know, all we have is 1 day at a time, honestly. And so I hear you asking, what made you go vegan? So for me, what made me go vegan, a friend of mine suggested a book for me. The book was called The Face on Your Plate. Now, he told me about veganism, and I first thought, well, I could never go vegan. And somehow, I heard myself saying I could never, and I didn't like that. I didn't like the idea of like, oh, I couldn't do that. I'm like, well, I don't like thinking that I couldn't do anything. So I read this book, The Face on Your Plate, and it wasn't a gross book, it wasn't a scary book, it wasn't a graphic book. It was just the saddest book I had ever read. And when I finished reading this book, I knew I no longer need to eat animals. I now knew I didn't need to eat them to stay alive. And so I just thought, I don't want to eat animals anymore. So I went vegetarian. And I know we have a lot of vegetarians among us vegans here, but I knew from what I was told that vegetarians actually cause more animal suffering than meat eaters. And I hate to say that, it's such a big conference of vegetarians, but if you substitute animal secretions for animal flesh, you are causing more animals to suffer by keeping them alive, to squeeze their juices and fluids out of them. So I went vegetarian for about 6 months, knowing that I wanted to go vegan, but I thought, oh, I'm just so scared, it's such a big leap to go vegan. And I realized it was one thing that keeps anybody from going vegan, and that's fear. And for me, it was 2 fears. I was afraid that I would be inconvenienced, and I was afraid that I would feel deprived. Well, one day I just thought, just for today, I want to do what my friend Michael Herron does. He's Mikey Pod on Twitter. And he'd been vegan for about a year at that point. So I thought, just for today, I'm going to try and see how hard it must be for Michael to be vegan. So I'm like, just for today, I'm going to try it. To my shock, it was not difficult. I was not inconvenienced. And I didn't feel deprived of anything. You know, before I went vegan, I would eat, burgers or pizza or grilled cheese. Like, my diet was always the same and always unhealthy. And nothing I ate ever really excited me a whole lot. Now that I'm vegan, I have such a passionate relationship with food. Food truly excites me. And look, here we all gather together because of what we eat. Going vegan has given me a community on top of everything else. I'm trying to think what more I would like to say about why I'm vegan today. You know, I'll be honest, I know a lot of vegans who experience burnout. They stay vegan, they stay active for a number of years, and then they just kind of lose steam and they don't feel like doing it anymore. And I've certainly had those days where I need a reminder, so I watch Earthlings, or I'll watch footage on YouTube of animal rights videos, and it reminds me what I'm doing this for. But when people ask me, why are you vegan? I like to give non-vegans the shortest answer possible. And I tell them, I don't feel I have the right to decide how an animal spends its life or ends its life. And what's interesting about that response is people, no matter where they come from or where they are in their dietary world, they seem to get that. They seem to agree somehow, despite the animals that they're eating. They seem to agree, you're right. I don't really have the right to decide how that animal gets to live its life. When people ask for a definition of vegan, I tell them, bottom line, consent. A vegan diet is a consensual diet. That animal cannot consent to give its body to me. And growing up, we're often told, in Wisconsin, where I come from, oh, but these animals gave us their bodies. These animals, they gave us their milk and their eggs. No, they didn't. They did not give them to me. If they can give them to me and sign a little contract with their claws saying, I want you to have this, then we'll talk. But since that day's never going to come, I don't feel it's my right to take these things from them. Today, I am launching a vegan drag queen cooking show on the internet. If you go to vegandragqueen.com, you'll see a little page for my vegan drag queen cooking show. You'll see a little page for my vegan drag queen cooking show. It'll be up in a couple of weeks. I'm really hoping you guys can go visit my site and tweet about it and get the word out, because then I can help other people who are newly vegan find out how they can empower themselves and take control of their kitchens and learn to cook for themselves delicious foods that are very familiar to what they miss or what they used to eat before going vegan. So please check out vegandragqueen.com, and please know that just by being vegan today, just by being the vegan in the room, you are making people think. Every time they eat a burger or eat an animal, and you're there in the room with them, you better believe they're thinking twice about it. You might get burned out every now and then being a vegan, thinking, oh my God, what am I doing it for? You have no idea how many people you are inspiring to live a more compassionate lifestyle. Thank you guys very much for being out here today.
Woo!
Thank you so much.
Uh-oh.